First, the family of a young woman found dead in Hollywood in what police say was a suicide says they want the police and coroner to take another look.
The family says the coroner never did an autopsy. Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Michael Brownlee. Investigative reporter Eric Leonard joins us live with more on what happened here. Eric.
Well, Michael and Colleen, 20-year-old Delina McKay's family says this is really a case of what didn't happen. They say they're upset her death was ruled a suicide without what they say should have been Investigation 101. They say there were no signs of mental distress and no note.
Did she take her life or was her life taken from her is like the question that we shouldn't necessarily have to be asking.
Kayvon McKay says he and his parents can't understand why it appears little was done to find out what happened to his younger sister, Delina, on May 23rd, about a month before her 21st birthday. McKay was about to graduate from LA City College. She wanted to move on to UCLA and hoped to follow in her father's footsteps to become an actor.
People were attracted to her, if that makes sense. Like, her personality and everything she wanted to do, from like modeling to acting, it was like that was her little niche.
Her family tells the I-Team she was in the process of finding a new place to live because she had broken up with her boyfriend, who shared her apartment on the 3rd floor of this building at Hollywood Boulevard in Argyle. And it was here where the boyfriend told police he and Delina argued the night she died after he allegedly discovered she was chatting with a former boyfriend in Texas. According to this police report, they continued to argue about the phone call and the boyfriend left to de-escalate the situation. When he returned, he told officers he found her hanging from a scarf tied around a shower curtain rod above the bathtub. The report says he called 911 and did CPR. Paramedics took over but pronounced Delina dead just after midnight.
I want the coroner's office to do their job and let's look into the details.
The family says the LA County Coroner's Office refused its repeated requests to perform an autopsy. The coroner telling us in an email this week, based on the examination and the circumstances surrounding the death, an autopsy was not required to determine the cause and manner of death. McKay's parents and family met with detectives at the LAPD's West Bureau Homicide Unit last week, but they say they're not satisfied a thorough investigation was done. They say they've discovered more information from Delina's friends that they think should have been pursued more aggressively.
We need a way to just get answers so that we can understand, if she did do it and we're just in denial, or if it is a homicide case. And if it is, we need to get justice for her, but we can't do that without evidence.
The LAPD told us it's confident its detectives did a thorough job here and say they tried to address each of the McKay's family concerns. The LA County coroner told us while it's ruled the case a suicide, it also says the case is technically still open, so it wouldn't comment any further on the family's concerns. Delina McKay's family has also started a GoFundMe to try to pay for a private autopsy in case there is more evidence to discover. And lastly, we should mention the ex-boyfriend has not responded to our request for his thoughts on what happened that night. Back to you in the studio.
Eric, before we let you go, you have a lot of sources within the LAPD. What is the reaction internally about the family's concerns here?
A bunch of homicide detectives that I talked with about this said they were surprised that no autopsy was done, given some of the issues the family raised. But again, an LAPD spokesperson told us today the department looked back and is satisfied with the conclusion here, and at the moment has no plans to re-examine what happened. Back to you.
All right, Eric, appreciate it. Thank you.